All right, so now week 5. Week 5 was a bit of a harder one for me. Week 5, we cut some things that I have always used to keep myself going. So week 5 was a bit of a tougher week because I was back on night shift for week 5, and I am very proud of myself to say that I got through night shift with no sugar and no caffeine. And normally I actually don't drink caffeine because I'm very caffeine sensitive. Just sometimes on that like 3rd or 4th night of night shift, I have a hard time driving home. So I normally will have a little bit of something at like 2 a.m. to make sure that I have enough caffeine or something, like something stimulant in my system to keep me awake on the drive home. I used to use sugar, and I haven't had sugar for a while now, which is impressive. That would be what would keep me awake during my drive home. I just have a candy bag, and I don't really do that anymore. So I have kind of solved my problem a little bit. The biggest thing for me to survive night shift with like no sugar and no caffeine, which is pretty much how anyone survives a night shift. I think a Red Bull and Monster, that's what's in them combined. So for me, the biggest thing is getting the right amount of sleep. And that can be really hard to do, to sleep during the day. So my room is like completely blacked out, and it's amazing. It's like a little cave at times. And that helps a lot. If you have light and light wakes you up, that makes it really hard. My room though is so dark that I don't know what time of day it is, so I often wake up freaked out that I've missed work. So for me, if I get more than 6 hours of sleep, I find it hard to do a night shift. A lot of my crew says they can't get more than 4 hours of sleep, or it's too much for them. They're overtired while they work. 6 hours for me is perfect. When I was getting super tired and getting 6 hours of sleep, it was almost too much, which is kind of weird, but I was waking up tired, like overtired, like you know when you've overslept. The next big thing for me in surviving night shift is I have my Alkalizer Smoothies, and I normally have, I think I've been packing 3 of those in my lunch, but I was saving one for the drive home, and that was perfect. It was literally a lifesaver, because when you're driving home tired, you need to stay awake. So I would be drinking one of those on the way home, and they would give me enough of an energy boost to make the hour drive. And yeah, that was a very good aha moment, because you need something. Yeah. So week 5 was a successful week in surviving a lifestyle in a way that most people don't even attempt. And you gotta be a little crazy to attempt it, I have to admit. So yeah, that is how I got through my week 5. Another really hard thing for me though is being on night shift again. Like, I'm not used to drinking like 1.5 liters of water during the night. So that was really hard. Some nights like I would feel that I was actually dehydrated, and I'm like, oh yeah, that's probably because I didn't drink my water bottle yet. So I would remember to drink enough water, but it's really, it's not a usual thing for me to drink a ton of water in the middle of the night. So it was a bit harder for me to get my water intake in this week, but it's been better, and that's good at least. All right, so one more thing about week 5 that I'm super excited about is I finally feel like I have enough motivation and determination to get back into actual shape, if you know what I mean. So I have started going back to bar, which is one of my favorite things to do. The only reason I hadn't been going is because my schedule is crazy, but I really shouldn't be using that as an excuse, because I have enough time off to go attend classes. So bar is a mix of ballet, Pilates, and yoga, and it is actually super hard, but is one of my favorite places to go because the atmosphere and environment that the studio here creates is amazing. So I'm excited because I actually have something to make me feel like I'm actually physically fit again and doing. So that is another big thing for me that happened in week 5. Another huge thing that I realized is I haven't really had any major sugar cravings. My Cookie Monster, Sugar Monster, whatever you want to call it, has been very quiet this week, and that is really strange for me. Even like when we're going out and like I said, the candy's on the table, they're always right there. Who doesn't take one? Like, it's kind of a shame to leave the candies there. I haven't had the need or the urge to take one. And yes, I've had the thought as to why am I not? They're so good, but it's still the I don't need it, and I really don't feel like I need it, and I know that at this point it's not going to help me in any way, so why would I have it? So that's a really neat little thing to have discovered. Yeah, so here we go into week 6, which means I'm thinking we're halfway or close enough. Yeah, I'm excited to see what week 6 brings, and here we go.